Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Jeremy Kyle Show. Those of you who don't know me, I'm sure there's a few of you out there in Outer Mongolia. Yes, the Jeremy Kyle Show. We discuss problems and issues from members of the public, and we attempt to resolve them. So, let's get on with the show. Our first scenario centres on a guy called Peter. Now, Peter hasn't seen or heard from his family in 20 years. Why, do you ask? Okay, let's find out. Peter, come on stage. Another applause for Peter, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? You all right? Okay. Very good.
A bit nervous.
No, don't worry, you're good friends. Yeah? Okay, now, I was just saying to the audience that you haven't seen your family in 20 years.
No, I don't. That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Can you just explain briefly why that is?
Well, 20 years ago, I felt trapped in this relationship that I had with my wife. Was very demanding.
What's your name of your wife, Peter?
I haven't got the fact.
You've forgotten her name. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
A long time. Other people get sort of lists of what's going on.
What's your name? Sally.
Sally! Oh, that's why.
Was it Sally down the alley?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
So-
Yeah, Sally, yes.
So why were you feeling trapped?
Well, she's a very demanding woman. If you've ever met her, she's very bossy. She expects you to do what she tells you to do.
Right, okay.
And after a while, I was unemployed, I must admit. And I wanted to be a playwright, but I wasn't having much luck.
Okay, just hold that. How many of you out there in the audience can say that at some time you've been trapped, unable to pursue a career that you want to do? Just think on that for a moment. Carry on, Peter, please.
She was intolerable to live with, and I just thought it would be better if I just disappeared. And
Was that a little bit drastic, do you think?
But not really, because we'd been. I tried to talk to her. And
So did you decide then one morning, okay, that's it, enough, I'm just packing my bags, I'm going?
we had a row.
Ah, what was that about?
Well, I've got a son and a daughter. Yeah? There is a couple of kids, and they were very young at the time, and they made an awful lot of noise, and they disrupted everything that I tried to do.
Right.
And I just got, the pressures just came in on me, and I said, one morning, sod it. We'd had this row, and I said, I'm going.
So you up and left?
And I went.
Where did you go?
I went down the pub, actually.
Yeah, and from there?
Well, from there, I went off with a mate of mine. We went on a binge.
Right.
And, then it got late. And he said,
That was a long binge then, Peter, wasn't it?
yeah, it was a long binge. We went from pub to club to pub to club to pub.
So where did you end up?
I ended up on his couch.
Yeah. Well, you stayed on his couch for 20 years?
No, not for 20
So where did
years.
you go? Did you leave the country?
No, I thought about leaving the country, but I didn't. I moved. I found myself right down in the West Country.
Okay, so from that day you've had no contact with your wife and your children, is that right?
That's right. No,
Did it not occur to you that perhaps you should have explained yourself to them?
did it not occur to them that they should have?
Did you not think they would worry about you?
Well, Yeah, and I worried about them, but not enough to.
But
go
you
and
couldn't
find
summon up
them.
the courage to
No.
contact them?
No,
No?
no.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's give you the chance to do that now. Okay?
What?
Sally, would you come and join us, please? This is Sally, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Sally. Sally, please. And your daughter?
I'm Joanne.
Joanne. Do you want to sit next to you? Next to you? Let's get a chair over here. Okay, don't be nervous. Please don't be nervous. You're amongst friends. You're amongst friends. Okay? Take a seat. Take a seat. Do you recognise this lady, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Your dear lady wife, Sally. Yeah?
yeah.
Okay. What would you like to say to Sally? I'm sure we'd all like to hear this, wouldn't you, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for what I did. But
Is that it?
Just give him a chance, please, Joe. Give him a chance.
I'm sorry for what I did, but I really couldn't stay with you any longer.
Explain to Sally why you had to do it, why you felt you had to move
Well,
away.
she knows.
Because you couldn't be bothered.
Thank you.
Can we bring David out?
You want David on
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay. We need another chair. Another chair,
What
please.
sort of man deserts a family?
Thank you. Okay. Let's bring him over here. Come to the stage. Round of applause, please. Your son?
Yeah, hello.
Oh,
Do you recognise him?
Not
Do you
really.
recognise him?
Of course he
Barely.
doesn't recognise him.
Barely, because of the lack of time he was there.
What would you like to say to him, Peter?
You were one of the reasons I left.
You can't say that, he was just a tiny kid.
Yeah.
You can't
How
blame
am I
us.
supposed to know when I'm just a little kid? I saw nothing of you, just photos of some guy who just cared about himself and his puffed up ego.
Okay, just a moment.
And you were the...
Can we just ask, ask Peter if he can explain, as simply as he can, the reason why he had to go? Alright? Why was it, Peter?
Because I was going back. There was her just screaming at me all the time to do this, do that,
You
do the other.
selfish bastard.
Shush
Let's
you.
keep it civilised, please.
And
Have
then,
you any idea what you've done to us? Look at her. Look at Mum. Look at her.
yeah.
This is what you have done.
What do you mean what I have done?
Oh, come on, look at her. You've totally ruined her life because of you being an inconsiderate, heartless jackass, and that's cared about yourself and yourself alone.
Just give him a chance. Just give him a
We
chance.
heard
Just one
him
moment.
from backstage, and that was the truth. I mean, you know, he's 20 years older than I am, and he wanted children. I was barely a child myself, and what do you expect from a woman who was a kid? I was like 20, and I've got 2 children. I never thanked you, except you didn't.
Do you have any feelings of guilt then for what you did?
Of course he doesn't.
What,
Just to let him answer.
Yeah.
Do you?
Often.
Well, I hope you're proud. I hope you're proud of your 2 children. They've grown up to be absolutely wonderful grown-ups.
Yeah.
No thanks to
Just look
you.
at him.
Now you're back with the family here. Do you want to make up for time lost?
No. I don't know that I even want to stay with them.
I'll do what you do best, run.
Yeah. Right. Why not? Because
Give him a chance.
Because you do nothing in the first place, so what's the point even being there? At least I've got a loving mother
Right.
that's just constantly there.
and I
Peter
hope
felt
you-
trapped. He felt trapped. I mean, everybody that
Oh,
a
no.
bit trapped.
It's a load of
Everything
rubbish.
gets on top of them.
Well,
They
he
need
should
a
have
bit of
grown up
relief.
her, shouldn't he? Taken responsibility.
But of course he has no balls to take responsibility, so he just runs off.
What sort of man runs out on 2 small children?
What sort of man, Peter?
Well, the one who has been shouted at, screamed at, told that he was no good, useless.
You never said you were no good.
Oh yes you did.
No,
Oh yes
No,
you
I didn't.
did.
you remember
You
everything was wrong.
destroyed me
Interesting.
morning, noon and night.
What a load of rubbish, and you know it.
Oh,
You go for the sympathy vote here. Oh, let me get my violin out.
very funny.
Daddy.
The thing is you could have left, and that would have been, well, it wouldn't have been okay, but you could have left and helped me pay to raise 2 children, or at least told me that you were okay, because we got the police out. We spent 7 years scouring the country for you.
We thought you were dead.
Yeah, well,
And we held a
Maybe.
memorial service for you, and we I mean.
So,
Maybe I should
ladies and
have- maybe I
gentlemen,
should have-
how do you think this should be resolved? Do you think Peter should now disappear again and
Yeah.
leave these people?
Was what he's done
Yeah,
best.
doesn't have any.
You seem to have a voice down there. Who are you? Do you know these people?
Yeah, I do. My sweetheart is just here.
Your sweetheart?
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Her.
Her? Who's her?
Joanna.
So you are in a relationship with Joanna?
Well, not really. I mean, like, we're gonna get married soon, so.
Yeah.
I see.
They're going to be the most beautiful
What do you think
bride
about
of
this,
the
Peter? Would you like to...
bloody lesbian?
Yes, and
Well,
you should be
Yeah,
proud.
what's wrong with that?
How do
And
you
you
feel
are
about it?
too.
No, maybe you are. You old alcoholic drunk. Oh, let's just get a drink down me.
How do you feel about their relationship then?
It's disgusting.
Oh, come on.
Really?
Unnatural.
What decade are we in?
Unnatural.
What century are we in?
Are you in the prehistoric age?
Yeah.
Oh,
I tell you what is disgusting. You leaving 2 small children and a wife behind and just flitting off. Don't know whether you're alive, dead.
you were a lesbian, so what's the
Excuse
You
me.
didn't know that.
Well, you back in the
Talk to my
40s.
children like that.
But you didn't know that she was a lesbian
No,
until
no.
just now.
But now I know, and that gives me the reason.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you
you
set
know
the old
what?
buddy
I've
doing
heard it all
prehistoric
now. I've heard it all
days.
now. You are just a joke, aren't you?
Peter, can I ask you a question?
Okay, people, so I just asked the audience just previously there, what do you think Peter should do now? Huh?
It
Do you
doesn't
think he
matter
should,
what
do you
Peter
think he should
cares?
now leave and not
Yeah.
return to
Seriously,
his
who
family
cares?
Back
again?
to his fucking life.
Or do you think
I
he should
wanted
make
to
up
have
for
Dad.
all his missed years with his family?
Yeah, well,
No
go
doubt
back
it's
to
better than
sleep.
that. Poor excuse
No, I
for a
wanted
father.
What
the
do you
kids
want
to
to
have a
happen?
dad.
What do
I
you want to
wanted,
happen now?
well, I wanted before today for the kids to have an opportunity to meet their father and learn who they are.
So do you think that's now too late?
Yeah.
There's no...
Oh, I think
Recommends.
we've learnt.
No,
who
no,
our
no.
father is.
I don't want anything to do with her for a
I
start.
certainly don't want
How,
anything to do
how,
with you.
how can you say that?
Okay, Peter, so this meeting is a waste of time then, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
And a waste of our time too.
And
Well,
that was us
I'll-
thinking that we were going to
Yeah, 'cause
invite
it's
you to
packed
our
with all
wedding.
over
I'm getting
turn
the
for
money
you.
for it, aren't you?
So I think it'd be best then for everybody if you left, Peter.
Right.
Yes, goodbye. Goodbye.
Why you waste the space?
So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. End of the story, as far as Peter's concerned. No more family. It happens. People can't turn back the clock and make up for what they've missed. So, thank you very much. That was the Jeremy Kyle Show, Part 1. Just going to have a 15-minute break, and then we're back with Part 2. Don't go away.